Well, February is National Canned Food Month, and these cans are convenient, they're quick, they're inexpensive, and they last. But sometimes canned foods can get a bad rap. Here with some ideas and information is registered dietitian from Food City, Kirby Moir. Always fun to have you back on the show.
Happy Friday. I'm happy to be here today. Yes.
Right? And we're going to the rodeo this weekend, so dinner's got to be fast and quick because we're opening everything up and throwing it in, and we can do that.
Super easy and still delicious. And you mentioned that I think canned foods for a lot of people, we're in this day and age where we fear processed foods, but we're trying to remind people that canned foods are really just preserved foods. So why I like them is that it's oftentimes things that would take you longer to cook and prepare on your own, like beans, for example, tomatoes, some of our proteins. They're going to be really inexpensive. They're going to help you stretch your meals, great for feeding a family, and they're still going to be filled with nutrients.
And I love that we can stock up on these.
Yes, yeah, and they're versatile too. So that's what I love, is that keeping a stock pantry with canned goods means you can really use them a variety of ways. And meal planning and meal prep, we've made it through January. A lot of people set out with good intentions. I'm going to change my eating habits. We're after the holidays. So I think this is a great time to kind of reevaluate how we're doing with that and maybe get re-inspired with some quick meals.
All right, and you're making a little quick meal for us. I like where we're going with this.
Yes, yeah, so this is actually a chicken taco salad. And I actually use the canned chicken breast. Super simple. You're just going to drain that and then rinse it and then add a little bit of taco seasoning, putting that in your bowl first. The other two things are a can of corn and then a can of beans. I chose to do a low sodium bean blend, and this is going to help offer plant-based protein and fiber. So you just are going to dump both of those in there. Super simple. And then the final thing is actually doing canned diced tomatoes. Now I also went for ones that had green chilies in them to add a little bit of that, you know, kind of taco kick.
Okay.
And then of course all you're going to want to do is stir that up to combine, and this can last in your fridge for about 4 days. The way I like to do it, you could do this in quesadillas for your kids.
Okay.
You could do this in leaf lettuce, kind of like taco cups, or you could easily turn this into, again, an easy salad kind of topper for the week.
Oh, nice.
And if you wanted to whip up a sauce, Chris isn't in here, but he knows I'm going to use Greek yogurt somewhere. I use taco seasoning with a little bit of Greek, a little bit of Greek yogurt, and I would recommend dressing that right before you eat. So I did add some seasoning to the chicken. You could definitely season as you go, but the beauty of this is it's going to be low sodium, high fiber, and high protein, and again, filled with those nutrients.
And I love it's cold, so it's ready to go. You can keep it in the refrigerator for those who are meal prepping, and I'm with you. I'm going to need a little sauce.
A little sauce, yeah. And I like to heat it in a pan too if I'm going to be preparing it quickly for the super easy option.
Okay, and I love that you said read your labels.
Yes,
if you're trying to cut down on sodium or.
And what we want to look for specifically for canned vegetables is those low sodium options. I love that Food City, we color code ours. The blue ones are no salt added. The green label on our private label is low sodium. You can always use our pick well tags too, which help you find those low sodium and heart healthy options in our can section.
Okay, and you mentioned rinsing your chicken.
Yes, I recommend rinsing it, and it is typically just kind of taking a fork to kind of break it up into smaller pieces and season before you start to blend. Make sure you get your protein nice and seasoned. That's really going to help infuse that flavor.
And something like this, what a great shortcut.
Easy. Yeah, and we noticed we used one bowl this morning.
Yes.
No cooking, super simple and very cost effective.
And when you got a bunch of cans that you're throwing in, the quantity is this big.
Yes, yeah, we can feed a crowd.
It'll last for a while. Yes. All right, some great tips, and coming up a little later, we got lasagna on tap and a little breakfast.
Yeah, hitting all the meals today.
All right, coming up, we're going to be making peach baked oatmeal using canned peaches. Can't wait for that, so stay tuned. More from Kirby coming up a little later in our show. For more information too, you can check out foodcity.com. Also, check out their Pick Well program. It's a great program, makes it very easy. We'll be right back.